Hey, my wicked angels. What is up? What is popping? Hope everybody is well, blessed, highly favored, prayed up, enjoying hopefully a beautiful day with your loved ones. Even if you work around, I hope you enjoy the people you're working with, okay? Okay, let's be clear. Welcome to another episode of this crazy YouTube street world, y'all. This is what this is about. This is what this is about, okay? So shout out to everybody that's coming up in the building. Please, y'all, hit the like as you come in, okay? Um, I was going to do, I must say, another show about Love by Eric and Mr. Crier today. Okay. And the reason why is because I feel I didn't go on about everything that I felt I needed to say. So I was kind of shocked when I saw Mr. Crier drop the video. And I want to start off by doing, of course, a reaction to that. But first things first, I want to say hello to a few people that's already in here early. Hey, y'all were earlier than me. Sorry, I'm a little bit late, y'all. But y'all know a lot be going on. Okay, let's be clear. So hold on. Oh darn, y'all. Hold on a second. My one of my pages for some reason is frozen. Thank you guys for coming in and hitting that like. I really do appreciate it. All right. Let me say hello to the beautiful minded, beautiful spirited, Kamasita Davis. Girl, let me tell you, I so respect you. Thank you for coming, baby. Hey, Ennis Foster. Hey, Nathan. Hey, Miss Powell. I saw your message, Miss Powell, but I got disconnected from my Facebook, but I will be hitting you back. Hey, Magical Life. How you doing? Hey, Pamela. How y'all doing? What up, Divine Interest? Transparent is off in the building. Long time no see, sis. It's good to see your beautiful self up in there flying. Okay. Hey, Antoinette. How you doing, my love? What up, Super Queen MB? Hey, Alicia. How y'all doing today? Man, let's get this party started, y'all. They come to talk to Wicked Angel. Y'all came to talk about this here Mr. NBA young man. Let's be clear. Now, y'all know I really do love this family. That's the truth. And I'm always wanting them to do the best when it comes to their content because I want them to grow just like, their other family members. That's the truth. But I did kind of feel some kind of way about the way that, they acted the other day in front of us, okay? And I was a little disappointed that Mr. Crier quickly, as we already knew he was going to do, which is erase that live, that he did, and then he put out a video. And the thing is, of course, we haven't seen Love by Erica yet because, unfortunately, she's saying that she doesn't care to be here. Hey, Sheila, welcome to the building. I hope you enjoy the show, my dear. Welcome. Okay, so, guys, I must say, I don't know what this video is going to be about. I definitely was not going to watch it until I got with you guys. So if he go and cuss little Wicked Angel out, then so be it. I'm ready for it. Okay, let's be clear. So this is the first time I'm seeing this video, and I want to know what he has to say, baby. It is titled Q&A with the Crier Family Child. And he already been a little bit messy because, of course, that's what triggered him was Erica's question and answer. So with that said, I'm going to hit that like button just like I asked you guys to do for me. And let's get this party started. Hey, Jennifer, how are you, baby? Shout out to the real ones that follow you no matter what. I love it. You be going hard for Erica. I appreciate that. It gives us all hope. You know what I'm talking about? Because, girl, they can keep my name in their mouth. But that's all good. I love it all. So, okay, guys. This is Mr. Crier's last video. It's a Q&A. Let's see it. Hey, Rita.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Damian Crier, and I am back with another video. If you guys have not subscribed,
oh, girl, Rita, ain't it a mess, girl? And wait, hold on, let me say this. Thank you, Rita, but we not worried about all that mess. I can't serve but one of two masters, and I cannot feed energy into people that I already know do not wish me well. They don't want to see me succeed. They only want to take what they feel I have without putting in the work that I've put in. So thank you for your comment, my love. I hope you enjoy the show. And don't be believing everything you hear. All right, let's go.
Being subscribed to the channel only means you are subscribed. In order to get notifications every time I put a video on the Crier Family, you must turn on that bell with the vibrator symbol. That way, every time I put a video on the Crier Family, all of you guys get notifications. Also, guys, we are back doing videos on my second channel, which is the Crier Family Reacts. I will be dropping a link to that channel in the description box down below. So feel free and go on over to that channel, subscribe to the channel. The good thing about that channel is once we get that channel off the ground to 50K subscribers, we will be doing our very, very first Cash App giveaway. Now, whether we hit 50K over there before the holidays hit, so for instance, if we hit 50K before the holidays hit, I will be doing a Cash App giveaway over there. If we hit 50K right around the holidays over there, I will be doing a Cash App giveaway.
Oh, Lord, really? You done spoiled my dream.
Are actually robbing Peter to pay Paul. I know that because I have been there before and done that before myself. So please subscribe to that channel and be a part of it. And some people are asking, well, if that channel don't hit 50K soon or before the holidays, are you still doing a Cash App giveaway on the Crier Family? Guys, nothing changes. We will still be doing a Cash App giveaway on the Crier Family around that time when the time comes. And also with the Christmas giveaway last year, it went so successful when I was able to put a smile on 5 families' faces who has never met me, who only just support my channel and watch my videos, but they've never met me, and I was able to put a smile on their face. So that went so successful that this year I'm really considering doing another Christmas giveaway aside to the Cash App giveaway. So yes, even if we don't hit 50K sooner, I will still be doing a giveaway on the Crier Family. So that's something that's not going to change. It's something I want to continue doing every single year, guys. As I grow, I'm able to do more for people, and that's just something that I enjoy doing from the bottom of my heart. So earlier, actually, not just earlier, let's say about a month ago, I put a Q&A up on my Insta story about a Q&A, which I didn't get a chance to do that. And then I put up another one about doing a Q&A with my granddaughter. We didn't do that one because there's been so much going on. Your boy has been busy. As y'all know, I'm not just the type of person that sit around the house watching television all day. Even though I enjoy doing that, unfortunately, I don't get a chance to do that because I'm always out running around and doing stuff. So today I put up on my Insta story, if you guys want a Q&A with the Crier Family, drop your questions in the DMs. And some of you guys did. With it being a holiday, I understand a lot of people are not on social media, not really even paying attention to social media because there's a lot going on, fireworks going down tonight, and pretty soon there's going to be a whole lot of boom, 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 boom. But unfortunately for me, since I got shot back in 2017, I really don't like fireworks that well. So I'm going to spend my 4th of July at home with just me, myself, and I, and of course, the Coco Melon crew. And I don't mind that at all because it's not really boring. I have a lot of stuff that I can do at home, good movies coming on. I just like with the sparkles and stuff, I like all that. That's cool. It's the boom stuff for me, especially when it's really, really close fireworks. It just makes me jump, and,
okay,
and
so
I guess I'm still shell shocked from my incident.
Yeah, hold on. Pause it.
America.
Yeah, prayers to Mr. Crier for being a survivor of gunshot wounds, because obviously his life has purpose, and that's important, y'all. We all go through things, and most of us won't ever experience a bullet wound, God be willing. But all of us go through things, but it's how we handle that is what matters, okay? It's a survivor story. It's a success story when we bounce back. And that's what he's done. That's why I'm praying that he does apologize to that girl genuinely and go forward. We all make mistakes.
in 2017. So I think that was the right year, 2017. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It wasn't 2017 when I had got shot. It was in 1997. I don't know how I just messed that up. I got shot in 1997. I'm confused because I'm thinking of the year that my oldest son, Deontay, had passed, which was in 2017. God rest his soul. So before we start this video off, guys, I do want to say happy holiday to all of you guys. I'm sure by the time that you guys get this video, it probably won't be until tomorrow for some of you guys because you guys are enjoying family time. But at the same time, at any rate, I still appreciate you guys for watching and comment. Also, speaking of comment, guys, comment down below if you have a video that you want me to do on the Crier family, guys. I got a lot of great stuff. As I told you guys before, I kept my word. A lot of great stuff coming to the channel. And as you guys seen, I've been doing just that. So guys, we're going to start off this Q&A. We have a lot of questions, but there's a lot of questions that
we want you to do a reaction to your live, sir. That's what we want, and followed by an apology. And I'm like they said, I'm trying to get you to go get that baby for a good week and let that woman rest.
I'm definitely not going to be answering or entertaining because you have a lot of people on standby who's actually watching this Q&A. And a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people, but some people are probably watching this Q&A for the wrong reason. And that's not what I'm going to do. So there was a lot of questions that I'm not going to entertain today or anytime. I'm not entertaining anything that's anything that's going to be kind of inappropriate or disrespectful or that's.
Hey, Stacy, how you doing, my love? Y'all, please put some prayers in the chat and show love and support to Divine Empress, who says, I'm also a survivor of a gunshot wound from an attempted ATM robbery. So I feel where he's coming from on that. PTSD is real. Oh, my goodness. Bless your heart, baby. I do agree to that. I do. I would never say he didn't love his kids. Now, I would never go that far. I would never say that that's the situation at all. I just think he is caught up in his feelings and sometimes being a little bit too stubborn to see how impactful he is, because that woman has worked too many years on YouTube and putting her heart into her dreams, no matter what she's been through. And I just don't feel that the man that I know she has given so much love to and admiration should be the one to knock her off her game. That's where we at. Hey, Miss Reviews and More, what's up, baby? Thank you, Transparent Talk, for the prayers. That's how we do here, y'all. We put prayers up. Because y'all, it is strength in numbers. And I'm sorry, I've been involved in so many scandals and so much drama lately, but we got to get back to how we started rocking and rolling. And that's number one, putting God first, showing people what we need to say, taking up for our children against things that we know are wrong. And I say that like I said myself, okay? So I am going to be at some point doing a reaction to the video I did called Wicked's Back, okay? But right now, let's get on to Mr. Crier. That's done, you know how he do.
When I offended anyone, I think a lot of that has already been done.
Clickbait the mess out of it.
I'm really trying to move myself away from. And again, I apologize for the ones who had to actually see that, because that's not what I'm trying to put out there. I'm one of the type of people, I don't really care what people say about me, what they think about me. I'm going to continue doing me, being the best of me, because you only get one chance at life. I'm not going to let nobody manipulate how my day is going to be, ever.
NBA young man, that's the whole point, sir. That's the whole point, Mr. Crier. You're not going to allow anyone to regulate your day, nor do you have the ability or right to sit up there and regulate anybody else's, sir. That's the whole point.
So we're going to jump right into this Q&A, guys. Oh my gosh. First question. What's something you have never told anyone that is embarrassing to you? Now, that is a very, very good question. And that's one, I actually screenshotted this from IG. But I guess I didn't really give a lot of thought to this question. But for some reason, it did. I screenshotted it for whatever reason. Like I said, there were so many questions, guys. God, so many questions in such a short period of time. But again, a lot.
Go on and tell the truth. It was so many questions saying, have you gotten Dion? Have you apologized to Love by Erica behind the scenes? How much y'all want to bet those were the questions? Those were the questions.
A lot of it was pertaining to a lot of negative stuff that I. So what's something you have never told anyone that is embarrassing? Well, something that I never told anyone that was embarrassing to me, when I first, I ain't gonna say when I first, but when I get with someone, I'm kind of embarrassed. I know this is gonna be stupid to y'all, it sounds stupid to y'all, but it's a question, and I'm gonna ask this question honestly.
Now, how much y'all want to bet he got that little baby propped up there, that little baby doll propped up there to give us the illusion that he done got the baby?
But one thing that I'm always embarrassed of is if somebody tell me, "Hey, I love you, Damien."
Let's
Hey,
not
boss.
be
So I know you're
disrespectful
looking to
in
your
the
employees
chat,
like me,
man.
work from home.
I understand that she's definitely representing her friend, Loved by Erica, but no beating nobody up. We don't do that over here.
I'm supposed to bring this thing with me.
I'm the only one that can beat. Let me be quiet.
I'm embarrassed to say it back because and the reason why I'm embarrassed to say it back is because man, I don't know. The mind is a horrible thing, man. Sometimes I be thinking when this person say that they really love me, are they really just saying that to say it to make me feel good, or do they really mean it? So when I say I love you back, it makes me feel embarrassed because if I find out later on down the line, what if they really didn't love me? But that's not usually the case. If somebody told me that they love me, they really genuinely did love me. And I was always embarrassed to say the word back. I guess everybody has a story, right? Everybody has a story, right? I have multiple stories. I've had a lot of life experiences at my age. I done been through some crazy stuff coming up through the years, man. Like when I was younger, I went through a lot of crazy stuff. So I guess getting locked up and stuff and being around people who was in the same position I was in as far as being locked up and incarcerated at the time, I learned not to say certain stuff. And so I guess men, some of the guys I used to hang around with, let's just say this, I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you guys. Men, we used to tell each other, don't never tell a female that you love her, because when you say those words, it's over with. So
we all know those type of men, the ones that try and refrain from showing true emotion and whatnot. We do. We call them NBA young men, and they're not being as mature as they need to be, sir. Okay, let's be clear, Miss Cry.
I guess I took that and I ran with it, and I carried that with me for a lot of years. But as I got older, I found out that that wasn't always the case. There's nothing embarrassing or to be embarrassed about to tell someone I love you back. So yes, that was one of the most things I was embarrassed of. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and answer this question again in another way. Another thing, even right to this day, guys, even right to this day, right now to this day, July 4th, I'm still embarrassed to take my shoes off around anyone. Now,
Man, Mr. Cry, I'm sure your feet look better than some men I've seen. Let me stop. Y'all know I'm a work in progress, but the Lord definitely ain't finished.
I'm a very clean person, as y'all see. Well, y'all can't see my whole house, but I keep a pretty clean house. I take care of myself the best way that I can. I know I'm not the best looking old man in the world, but I try to keep myself clean. And most importantly, I try to keep my house clean because I do have little ones over here sometimes running around and I don't want them picking stuff up, putting it in their mouth. But one of the most embarrassing things for me is to be around someone and you've been walking all day.
You want to know who accepted them daggone club feet, Mr. Cry? Want to know? Give you a hint. Loved by Erica. Hmm. She looked beyond all that, and she knows you're an older man, but she definitely was attracted to you for who you were, sir. Can we get an apology? Like, seriously, can we do that, Mr. Cry, please?
And stuff like that, and you take your shoes off, and they may actually smell your feet. And like, I smell some corn chips. But even though they smell it, they will not tell you that. So that's something. Well, I have been told that before because I had athlete foot years ago. I used to be running around young, didn't take care of myself, and I go to someone's house, one of my aunties or uncles, and pop my shoes off, and I can see them side eye, and you're like, boy, if you don't put those dang on shoes back on. So those were.
Hold up. Ha! Once again, you know who you not saying was getting on your toes, because we heard that video of you talking all that junk, sir. We didn't hear her saying, and she said my feet stink. Apologize, Mr. Cry. All right, I'm done.
Some embarrassing moments for me that I've always been embarrassed about. Even right to this day, even though I shower, clean every day, I'm still sometimes embarrassed to take my shoes off around someone. And I've been known to sleep with my socks on and kick my socks off after I get up under the blanket.
Mr. Crowd worried if Love by Erica got one of the pictures like I had with them feet. Lord help him. Hey, see how I'm talking about? You talking about her going live about you, Mr. Cry, but we ain't never seen no pictures like that out. Let's think about that, Mr. Cry. Let's think about it.
So thank you for that question. So we can delete this one. Someone says, Mr. Crier, how do you like your new truck? Well, honestly,
hey,
Deborah. I'm not going to say I love it, but I do like it. You know, having a new vehicle is almost like anything else. When you first get something, no matter how new it is.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm right. Welcome to the business, because this is owned by Google LLC. And yes, we pay taxes for this. So yeah, welcome to the business. Hey Sheila, hey Leslie, hey everybody coming in. Please, y'all, I hope you enjoy the show. Please hit the like. I'm right now doing a reaction to Mr. Crab, but of course I'm gonna be speaking on some other things that I didn't tell him on my video yesterday called Dear Mr. Cryer, Love by Erica Wants to Leave. So sit back and let's get it.
It's just new for the moment to you. And then after a while, the reality kicks in that it's just a vehicle that just sits in the garage.
With Fundrise, you can invest here, from there, or there.
Garage or sit outside 75% of the time when you're not running around. So I do enjoy it. I guess years ago, I would have bragged about, I got my very, very first brand spanking new vehicle off of a showroom floor. But really, guys, to be honest with you, it's not really all cracked up to be what people think it is. It's cool. It feels good to have a nice new truck, dependable with the warranty. But at the end of the day, it's just a vehicle. My Mustang is a 2015 that was gifted to me by my children years ago. I still get to enjoy that car right to this day, even though I don't drive it as much. But I am enjoying the new truck. Thank you for asking me that question. Next question, which is a very, very good question. This person asks, what pushes you every day to strive for a better life? I can honestly say this right here. One of the things that really push me every day to strive for a better life is because I do understand that, first of all, I have way more years in back of me than I have in front of me. I know people would like and need me to believe that, hey, you got a lot of years left in front of you. And, you know, I mean, I do hope that that's the case. But the reality for me is I know one day it's going to be over. I know one day I'm going to get sick and not be able to take care of.
I ain't trying to be funny, but anybody send him these questions that have been watching longer than 3 days, where are they minds? Because these aren't the questions we want to know. I'm just saying. From what I've heard, Michelle, yes, a lot of times, of course, the Q&As aren't necessarily by what we ask. These are set up questions that they would like to answer.
care of myself because this is just the reality of it. I mean, this is, you know, I'm not down on myself or discrediting myself, but I know the reality that one day those days are going to approach. I'm in my 50s now. I'm 52. By the grace of God, I was able to see 52 because I remember when I was younger, I was told I would never be able to see the age of 18. And it's because of some dumb stuff that I was doing at the age of 18. But I wake up every day and I try to make every day different. Like I don't work at the steel mill anymore. So basically, I know that I have to work every day. That's one of the things that really pushes me. And one of the next things that pushes me is that I do have two minor children. One is Dion and one is Darian. I do have minor children. And when the time comes, you know, I have to be able to provide for them. I can't tell them no. I can't tell their moms no. I have to.
And that's what point I want to make, Mr. Cryer. I too agree with you. We have to do what we have to do for our children. And it's a very good blessing that was opened up to you by your older child. Okay? That is even more of the reason why you don't have the right to try and run a woman off of YouTube. Sir, please apologize, Mr. Cryer.
To be able to provide. And so that's one of the things that definitely pushes me. Like I said, I don't work a regular job anymore. Who knows? Maybe one day I will be back to work. I mean, I did enjoy working. I did. I mean, I've worked the same job for like 15 plus years. So it's something that I enjoy doing. It's something that my body has gotten used to. So I'm gonna say what pushes me and drives me every day is my children, because I know like my older kids, they depend on themselves. They very independent. Yeah, but I know like my younger children, you know, one day they're going to come to me and I'm going to have to be able to be there and provide. And I won't be in a position to tell them, no, I can't do this right now. No, I can't do this. Then the next thing, third, that pushes me and drives me every day is because I consider myself a motivated person. I've never been the type of person to be lazy. One of my children even told me to my face, he said, now I see where I get my drive from. You know, Dad, you are a very driven person. I find myself to be a very driven, highly motivated person.
All right, now this is where I'm getting triggered. Mr. Cryer, I would definitely say you are hardworking. You're a hardworking Black man. You are. I'll say that. But sir, so is love by Erica. So is she. She's equally as hardworking. The difference is she's been carrying around babies in her stomach, in her womb. Let's say womb. My mama go crazy if I say it's stomach. God rest her soul. But in her womb. And it's very, very, very important that you understand that words have power. So the same way that you over here speaking all this life into how great of a person you are, you need to be over there building her up. Because you might have not gotten an answer to the phone call. That we don't know because they didn't show their call logs. But what we can see is for the last 3 weeks, Mr. Cryer, we haven't seen the baby. I'm just saying.
So that's what drives me every day. I do pray.
Hey, Shay, welcome to the building.
Like I should. And that's something I need to do more. But so that's what drives me every day. Like I said, guys, every day is different. The line of work that I'm in, every day is different because you never know what you're going to wake up to. But for me, I'm just grateful to be waking up, you know. So that was a very good question. Thank you for asking me that question. So we're going to delete that one. Someone asked, have you ever faced your biggest fear? Well, I can honestly say I have faced one of my biggest fears. I just never learned to accept it. And one of my biggest fears was, you know, it actually happened, was losing one of my children, because we all would like to go before our children.
And y'all, please put some prayers in the chat for his son, because we do know that that is something that was difficult for him. And we have children. We know what we can only imagine most times what that feels like. And one thing I can honestly say about being a parent, we prepare ourselves to go first. We prepare ourselves. We want to leave our children something that, will make sure that they're okay. So when their life is cut short, that's a pain that, y'all, it's unimaginable. Unimaginable. So all prayers be to all of our children, especially our parents who've lost children. That ain't nothing to play with. Life is not promised, but death is. Okay? So please remember that, guys.
I don't believe that a parent should actually bury one of their kids. I believe that the kids should be burying the parents,
Amen. Same thing I'm saying.
I've lost 97 pounds with Nim.
I've lost 25.
As we get older and it's time for us to go. I think when children are taken from us at a young age, regardless of the circumstances, that they were taken way too soon. So that was always one of my biggest fears, and it actually happened. And I'm going to throw something else out there. One of my biggest fears that I have right now to this day, and this is for real. This is straight up for real. Straight up for real. One of my biggest fears is passing away at home, and my kids don't know nothing about it until several days later. That has always been one of my biggest fears, because you guys see like 90% of the time when y'all see a video with me, if it's not one of my children or one of my grandchildren, it's pretty much me by myself. So that's one of my biggest fears. Have I faced it? I face it every day because for some reason it crosses my mind every day. And I think more now than back then because I am an older man now. So I guess the older that I get, the more that I have that fear. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't think I was going to ever be around to say I'm age 52. And gosh, I'm going to tell you, do I feel 52? Sometimes I do. Like when I'm having really, really hard back pain, like about 3 weeks ago, I'm not going to lie, I was suffering, guys. I was suffering. I mean, I was in so much pain that it was just unbearable. But yeah, so that's definitely one of my biggest fears right there. So thank you for that question.
Look, Mr. Crowd looked like he just aged 10 years when he made that comment, because you're right, sir. We are getting up there in age. And thank you. I want to say a thank you. I need to say that. I forgot last time. I want to say a thank you to all the birthday wishes that you all gave me on my posts, in my DMs, on my phone. That was very, very sweet, very appreciative. And I absolutely had an amazing birthday, y'all. I can't lie. It was one of the best birthdays I've had in a very, very long time. And the reason wasn't so much of gifts. Okay, let's be clear. I ain't get but a couple of, little cash outs because, of course, all those scandals. But your hearts were involved. And that's truly, truly, truly a way better gift than a cash app. Okay, let's be clear. Thank you guys again for just supporting me and wishing me a happy birthday and sending me well wishes. I'm really appreciative of every little bit. And that meant a lot to me to see how many people did that.
So we're going to delete that and move on to the next one. The ones that I'm reading to you guys right now were actually screenshotted from the 99 Plus on IG. I don't know if a lot of you guys know what that is. But if you get like a lot of messages and stuff on IG, some of it goes into your 99 Plus, especially if some of the people aren't following you. So I screenshotted some of those from my DM messages, from my DMs, and the other ones I screenshotted from my.
Welcome to the building, Nathan. Thanks for your opinion, but I kid you not, I know I don't hate him. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying it like I feel. And one thing I know is Mr. Cryer has let me know that from time to time he definitely be in them bushes. Okay, so I'm just being a friend and telling him what I would want my friends to tell me. I'm not beating this man up. I'm beating this whole situation down because I don't approve of it. And that's just, y'all, we live in a day and time where our freedoms are taken away from us right before our eyes. We're fighting to have control over our tongue, over our ability to do things to our bodies we want to do. You know, whether you're pro-choice or pro-life, whatever it is, I still feel that, you know, right now it's very important to say how we feel. We are the people. We the people. At least on here.
99 plus. So someone says, that's a weird one though. Have you talked to your kids? Yeah, I have. I haven't had a chance to talk to all of my children, but yeah, I have talked to my kids. We pretty much talk on a day-to-day basis, whether it's for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or 20 minutes. But yes, I have talked to my kids. Thank you for that question. This one right here is broke down into 3 questions, just so you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys are going to see it. But this is actually broke down into 3 questions. So, yes, it is 3. So, questions for your video. Number 1, have you ever dated
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month, if not more, just from this app on my phone. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's called Audible. Okay, so I'm going to show you right here.
Oh, we about to watch this, y'all. Nah, I'm just playing.
$1,100. This one's for $1,000.
Have you ever dated a Filipino and Black mixed? A Filipino and Black mixed.
Now, if he say
I'm
yeah,
not sure what that is. I guess that's like Filipino mixed with Black. No, I haven't. Honestly, I've never even dated outside my race before. I've never dated a Filipino or nothing like that. So the next question is number 2 of the same person. Why have you decided to move?
Well, can't say nothing bad about that. Let's go, Melanie.
Huh? Oh, I know why she's asking this question. Why have I decided to move back to Indiana? A while back, maybe like a few months ago, I had made a video, and I think it was either in a Q&A or it was like a vlog style video or something, where I did mention that I was in the process of getting a property in Indiana. Actually, to be honest with you, there was some confusion there for me as far as like, did I want to stay in Texas or, move back to Indiana or move closer?
Happy belated birthday to you, Wicked. And I'm assuming your birthday was in June. No, baby, July the 3rd. My mom's birthday is June 12th. God rest her soul. And 12th. And God rest her soul. I'm glad you had a wonderful time on your birthday. Thank you so much, Rita. I appreciate that. And Jennifer says, Erica is my friend. When she's wrong, I let her know. And I am a fair person. I'm just speaking the truth. Thank you for your opinion, Jennifer, because you have stated several times that you have more of a personal connection. You're not just a supporter. And the thing what I would like to add is to say, Love by Erica takes criticism well. Most of the time, it's way better than what you could imagine, y'all. She listens when you tell her, look, Erica, this is how I feel. That is not the young lady that's going to just sit up there and curse you out because your opinion and her opinion is different. And she respects wisdom. Okay? So let's just say this right now. Okay? Bump what you heard. The truth is this woman is hurt. This woman has been under pressure for months on top of months right before our eyes. Okay. And even a woman that had an amazing, pregnancy doesn't mean that when that baby comes out and she already has a toddler as well as another growing son, that she's not going to feel over her head and feeling overwhelmed and doesn't need and deserve all the freaking support she can get. Okay. Let's be clear.
Honestly, I'm not moving back to Indiana. At least I can honestly say that right now to this day. I'm not actually moving to Indiana. However, I am moving actually very soon, guys, actually. So don't be surprised in the next coming up future that you guys see a whole different background. I do plan on moving. I think, like, for me, I kind of overstayed my welcome here. In this house right here, when I got this house, this was just a temporary solution to a temporary issue that I was having. But this wasn't long term for me to be here going on 3 years. So I am planning on moving, but I highly doubt it if I would move back to Indiana. I just feel like I love my home. I do. I love Indiana. I love Fort Wayne. It's just not for me anymore. I have my son there, Darian. I love him dearly, and I miss him so freaking much. It's just, I just don't feel like Indiana would be a good suit for me anymore. And trust me, when I say a good suit, it has nothing to do with being a YouTuber. I don't even consider myself a famous YouTuber. I consider myself a well-known YouTuber that a lot of people are familiar with me and watch my videos and stuff like that. But it's just, I just don't feel like that Fort Wayne is a good suit for me anymore. And so if, you know, I did want to move closer to Indiana at one time, but I think that that's probably going to be all to no avail. So anyway, on to number 3. Someone asked, okay,
Thank you,
same
Divine
way
Empress.
asked,
I'm over here
what's
laughing at
your
this.
favorite
Thank
restaurant in Houston? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've only been there one time, and it was a gift. It was gifted to me. I was taken to a restaurant called Brazos.
Sir, we all saw the video when she took you out to eat. Say the name of the person that gifted you. Say her name. Say her name 3 times. You might get a positive response, Mr. Cry. But anyway, carry on and act like you don't remember who gifted you. We remember you eating your ass off.
It's a Brazilian steak. It's either a Brazilian steakhouse or, yes, it's a Brazilian steakhouse. I was taken to that restaurant, I want to say earlier this year or the last part of last year. And even though I've been to a lot of restaurants, some of the restaurants I've been to like more than one time, but this particular restaurant that I had went to, the Brazilian Steakhouse, Brazos, was fabulous. I mean, they had it going on. So even though I have not been back, I have personally deemed that as being one of my favorite restaurants. And it's probably my favorite now because I do want to go back. But I've eaten at Steak 48. I've eaten at Jesus. The list goes on and on and on and on. I've eaten at like a lot of nice restaurants down here. But Brazos, which was the Brazilian Steakhouse, is by far one of the best restaurants that I've eaten at and one of my favorite restaurants here in Houston. So thank you for all 3 of those questions.
Car insurance for $19 a month? It's real and it's stupidly easy. Here's how.
Questions.
The reason why, sir, it was one of your favorite restaurants is because not only was the meat good, we saw you eating good, but you all had a wonderful time. You all looked great. Your conversation was enjoyable, and you were with someone who you love and was comfortable with, and who accepts them stinky feet.
Someone asked me, new family relocation to Houston, Texas. Any advice? Well, I just would say, first of all, welcome to Houston. My advice to you is if you're relocating to Houston, is bring a lot of sunscreen. It's very hot here. It's a very big state. Make sure you got a lot of money for gas because any place you go here, it's not right up the street or around the corner. You're gonna do some driving here. But other than that.
Oh my gosh, y'all, that is so true. Oh my gosh, Texas is huge. Of course, most of the time I was in Dallas, but we did have the pleasure to go to Houston a couple of times. And you're right, everywhere you go is just so far away. Shout out to Texas.
It's a beautiful place to raise a family. I would recommend
Hey,
Houston
Reese
to
Cup,
anyone
welcome
who
to the
asks
building,
me.
my love.
Like I said, one of the things I would say is if you're relocating to Houston, not sure where you're from, if you're coming from Florida, Hawaii, California, one of them high, dry states, but if you're not used to the heat, be sure to bring plenty of sunscreen with you. So thank you for that question. Moving on, delete. Someone asked me, when is the next mukbang? I honestly don't really have, like, when I do a mukbang, guys, it's not really scheduled. Like, some things I'll write out, like, what I want to do. But the way things has been lately, I'm not going to lie, it's been a little bit all over the place. I never know when I'm going to do a mukbang, but I guess when a lot of people comment on stuff, when I say, what video do y'all want me to do?
Cut it out. You know you about to do you a daggone mukbang. Negro, you eat good every day. Every day. So I'm sure you don't be wanting to do a mukbang because you know you have to be conscious of what you eat and you can't throw down like you want to, even though you be throwing down. Y'all, please hit the like if you just coming in, and thank you for the support. But yeah, Miss Cry, quit playing. You go do a mukbang soon. We already know. Come on now. We know you.
Next. And a lot of people say mukbang. I'll end up doing a mukbang, and I might put an Insta story up saying what type of mukbang you guys want me to do for you guys, for the Cryer family. But
drop a one in the chat if you think he should do an apology mukbang. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great? Go on and get you some crab legs and your corn and your sausage and some of them crawfish, all of that. Get a big old bag, spread it out on that table, and some shrimp, and get to apologizing, sir. Come on now. Mr. Cryer, you acting like you ain't got a problem in the world. And that's not true, sir. You got a humongous problem because you got a woman sitting in a home with two children that we know handfuls. So, man, y'all see little Dion with them long legs running through them houses. Y'all know he a handful. You ain't even got to see him on camera to know he's a handful. He will be terrible too soon. And we parents all know that no, them kids don't be waiting until they freaking 2. They get revved up early. We already know by the time the 2s come, it just be, I want that. I want that. I want that. And no. That's how they go. I remember my kids were 2 years old, be sitting in freaking car seats and booster seats, and every time they would see the arch at McDonald's, they'd be like, I want that! And I'm like, God darn, they reading. Facts on top of facts. And y'all want to know something else about kids, how smart they are? Most kids are freaked out by clowns. But you want to know one clown they always love and accept? Mother freaking Ronald McDonald, because he bring them chicken nuggets. True story. Check it out.
But I don't really know what mukbang I would do next. I know, like, seafood. I'm not going to say seafood mukbangs are overrated. So many people have done seafood mukbangs, and I do love seafood. But some of these restaurants now, it's like, when they get orders for seafood, they say they're so oversaturated and so freaking packed with seafood orders. Sometimes the food don't taste like it did last time when I went and got it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because you need to be over there cooking some home cooked food for Love by Erica and your toddler, sir. That's another story. Okay, Miss Crowd, let's go.
You guys, so I'm not sure when that's gonna come off again. So
if you don't want to learn how to buy houses legally with $10 and then flip them to profit.
Thank you for that question.
Hey, YouTube funny with their predictive programming, ain't they? Y'all can tell what I've been doing, huh? You see my ads? Y'all know what it is. Let's go.
All right. So now we done did the DM part of the Q&A. Now we're going to go to the 99 plus and read those questions. I think there's like 5 or 6 questions over there. Let's see. Okay. Number 1, What are your expectations in a well, hold on. What are your expectations? What are your expectations in a possible person you're dating? Wow. I don't really know, man. To be honest with you, jeez, possible expectations in a person. I don't know. I guess just I don't.
I bet I know. Attractive, intelligent, hardworking, and wants to be of service. Hmm. Hmm. Huh. NBA young man, you know what to do. Quit playing with us.
I don't know. Honestly, that's a very good question. I've really never been asked that question in the Q&A before. I guess honestly, I don't really have high expectations. I mean, I'm really nobody. I'm just a YouTuber. So I don't really have high expectations like you got to have a good job and all this. I guess just compatibility, honesty with, with each other. I don't know. I would like to, talk to somebody who enjoys fishing because I love fishing. And believe it or not, I love to watch movies. So I don't really know how to answer that question without, I don't know. That's one.
Tell the truth, Mr. Cry. You like to be laid up in the bed with that other content creator who I keep telling you to apologize to, watching Wicked Angel TV. Okay? Let's be clear. Let's be clear. You have someone that you know in your mind. That's why your head was shaking no, sir. Oh, yeah, we can study psychology first. I changed to a business major, but I did start off in psychology. Don't play with me, Mr. Cry. You did not answer that truthfully because you know very daggone well, had you described that person that you would be like that with, we would have been saying, oh, that he talking about Love by Erica. And you making sure right now you are not gonna give her that benefit that she deserves. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Miss Cry.
I would have to really think about. Even though I screenshotted it, I didn't really give it much thought. I just thought it was a good question, aside from some of the other questions that was asked. But I don't really have high expectations. Like you don't have a certain threshold or a certain goal that you have to meet. Someone asked me would I ever date a social media influencer again, and I have said no in the past.
Y'all don't believe me, do you? Look how his head is saying no. If he was being questioned by law enforcement, matter of fact, hey, Mr. Cry, you know anybody that used to be in law enforcement, sir? Hmm. Look how he's shaking his head. No, y'all. He's being deceptive. He's trying to keep from answering like he would normally answer. And the reason why is because he knows very diggity on well who is in his heart and his mind.
Past. But really, I don't know, man, because I can just say this. I can't really have high expectations for somebody if I'm dating them, if I'm still making mistakes too. So if that makes sense, I don't expect a person to be perfect because we all know that I'm not perfect. And I can be the first to admit I'm definitely not perfect and I definitely have flaws. I definitely make mistakes. Sometimes I let stuff fly out of my mouth that I shouldn't say. Sometimes I do things that I shouldn't do. So
Once again, Mr. Cry, you know you being deceptive. Your head still shaking no because what you really want to say is, yeah, I know I shouldn't have done that live like that. I got out my feelings, but I ain't gonna give her that satisfaction. But I'm gonna use this opportunity to once again admit to my supporters that I was wrong. Mr. Cryer, we're gonna support y'all, okay? That we're gonna do. Okay, we wouldn't have been in it with y'all this long. So no matter what you and her go through, chances are we're not going to hit the unsubscribe. Well, a lot of us are going to jump either Team Erica, Team Cryer, or in most cases, like on this show, and be wanting y'all to get it together for the sake that y'all do have a toddler, sir. You ain't got a lot of kick it, homie. You ain't got a lot of kick it.
My expectations really aren't that high. I guess if a person would ask me, what do I look for in somebody that I'm dating, I guess I would say something along the lines of, I would hope that she would like to watch movies, go out to eat, go to the park. I would hope that she wouldn't mind animals because I do have a
You see this app right here? It's called Audible. Using just this little app on my phone, I was able
puppy, well, a dog. I do plan on getting more pets here real soon in the near future. So I don't really have any high, crazy expectations. So thank you.
The question was, would you date a YouTuber? Of course you would, sir. You're a YouTuber. And anytime you bring a woman into your life and it's going to be long term, she's going to have to become a YouTuber. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. That is what your channel is based on. Come on, Mr. Cry. You know what it is. Thank you, Linda. Y'all, please hit the like. I appreciate it. Don't be making Linda get up on y'all like that. Hit the like when you come in, people. That makes it easier, and it's free. 77 in the chat, 128 outside in the heat. Come on in the chat and get cooled off. Don't have to worry about getting robbed or shot by a drive-by and your car stolen. There's pretty to eat and drink. Okay, tell them we got a mukbang going over here. I just tore up some crab cakes and some daggone macaroni and cheese, but that's another story.
For that question. So we're going to move on to the next question. Someone asked me, do you think you will ever trust again? Yes, I do. My trust issues that I had in the past, I guess I was looking at things from my own point of view and not looking at things from other people's point of view. I guess when I felt like back then, people that I didn't trust, I felt like I put a lot of blame on them and I didn't really look at what caused a lot of stuff that I blamed them for and a lot of stuff that I had trust issues with them about. And I have learned that over the years that you can't go around just treating people like crap. You can't just meet people and say, I don't trust you because somebody over here doesn't like you or somebody over there doesn't like you. So I would say, as far as my trust issues, yes, I will trust again. I think it is a horrible way to go through life and live life and not trust anyone at all. That's just not the way to live. So I believe that I am finally over my trust issues. Yes. So that was a good question.
Survey says he was being truthful. He was being truthful in that. He will trust again because he's been going over this in his head. Even though he hasn't gave Love by Erica a personal apology as he should publicly, because this is where they fell out. And I think it should be a mutual thing because they both went live. But nonetheless, I do feel that he knows he did wrong by her. Thank you, Carmesita.
I think we have 3 more, 4 more. Okay. Oh, wow, this is a good question right here. Do you still feel the same way about being a YouTuber? That is a very, very awesome question. And I'm guessing when they ask me a question like this, do I still feel the same way about being a YouTuber? This question can consist of a lot of different things when they ask this question. You have a lot of situations that will make a person actually want to throw the towel in. When I came into the YouTube game, I really came into it because I seen my kids doing it. It looked fun. It looked like it was a way to make a living. And I still look at it like it's fun and it's a way to make a living. I seen a way out to actually, do something different for a living, like be able to work from home and stuff. And, I will tell you, it's cool. It has its perks and stuff. But to be honest with you, it's not really all cracked up to be what a lot of people think it is.
Survey says truthful, very, very, very truthful. For anybody think this is easy, woo-wee, you will come to a rude awakening. It's hard work, even for the smallest channel. And in the beginning, there's very little reward. And before you get to the financial reward, oh baby, to talk about the idea that people are gonna judge you, people are gonna just automatically dislike you, people will try and discourage you, people will try and say they know your story better than you, people are always gonna say you're a liar, people are always gonna run with what they hear before they run with what you've obviously shown them. So that's not the easiest thing. It's not, and I'm curious to see what else he's gonna say. But I just need to put that in there. I do agree, Miss Cry. It definitely ain't what it's all cracked up to be. It's definitely, like I said, some of the good things about it. You get to tap into people that you normally wouldn't have gotten to meet, and people who are genuine, people that you help, people that inspire you to be better. All of those are great things. It is, but it's definitely not easy. We're not celebrities, no matter how many, people that follow us or have a subscribe button to us. It doesn't matter. It's sort of like we're still average people, no matter how big our following is, and we're not necessarily showing our craft as an art, so we don't get paid like a celebrity. But yet all the bad stuff that celebrities have to go through, like paparazzi and frivolous stories and all of those things, oh yeah, definitely not as easy as you might think.
Can you make good money on YouTube? Have I made good money on YouTube? Absolutely. I mean, you can make a really, really good living, but it has its ups and downs.
Hey, Jay Marie, welcome to the building, baby.
You have to know that if
dude.
you make mistakes and stuff, that it's going to be well monitored and well documented. Sometimes, yes, I do. Sometimes I feel like, throwing a towel in sometimes. I'm not going to come on here and lie.
In education, choice matters. State-certified teachers at K-12 powered private schools provide a high standard of learning.
Sometimes I feel like throwing a towel in, and sometimes I tell myself that having a peace of mind is better than losing my mind. And then, so I still feel the same about YouTube as far as like doing it and stuff, but I know like YouTube has changed a lot, and when your job change, you have to learn how to change with your job. It's how can I put this? It's almost like working at a job for 30 years, and then when it plays its course, that job is going to be looking for like younger, fresh people that can get them 30 additional years. Because if you work at a job for 30 years, you obviously are not going to be able to get that same job 30 additional years after you're done. So I still look at it the same. I just really wish, for me, that there's certain things that I wouldn't have done. There's certain things I wish that I wouldn't have done, because I believe that, I created a lot of my own issues. I believe that I created a lot of my own problems. But I still feel about YouTube. I still think that it's a really good job. If you want to get into it for the money and for the entertainment, like I said, YouTube has its perks. I mean, it don't come with medical or dental or vision insurance and all that. The only perk that it comes with is you guaranteed to get a check. And if you work hard, and you put out good content, and even if it's not good content, but you're consistent, you can still, walk away with a nice paycheck, So I still feel the same about YouTube, but I do also know that YouTube has changed. And, like I said, they have rules just like any other job, A lot of things have changed because YouTube has to protect children. And a lot of things that they see on YouTube, it's probably going to be coming to an end soon. I believe that a lot of stuff on here is going to come to an end where it's going to be pretty much directed just around family fun content when it pertains to kids. I think like a lot of stuff on YouTube will be going away soon. Like every day, YouTube is finding different ways to make their platform better, to make their platform more appetizing to families. You know, and I know a lot of stuff that, you know, some of us content creators do is inappropriate. And so, but yes, I do feel the same about YouTube. It's something I would want to do the rest of my life if I'm able to. But I do know that at some point, you know, I'm gonna have to really start reconsidering some things as far as my life is concerned. So, but yeah, I still feel the same about YouTube. So the next question.
And that's true. They are making a lot of changes on YouTube, y'all. A lot. And that's a little bit what I was speaking for. YouTube is owned by Google LLC. And for the past couple of years, even, they've been making changes. The problem I have with it is we do have a freedom of speech, but it's a private company. So this platform can put whatever they want on here. And because of all the bullying, because of all the harassment, because of all the things that have been going on for content purposes and in order to make money, YouTube is not having it. So a lot of people who are just known as the beefers, who, you know, their drama channels and every day they're doing stories about drama, it can be interesting and it can be very entertaining when you're not one of the parties involved. But yeah, that's about to be a thing of the past from what I gather. And you guys can read all about it. It's a couple of channels I've seen talking about the upcoming changes in YouTube. I'll see if I can find one. Thank you so much, Miss Official.
It's almost similar to the question that I just answered. Okay, so that question was, do you still feel the same about YouTube? The next following question under it is, do you feel like YouTube has provided a better life? Yes, I feel like the work that I put in YouTube has provided a better life. Just because you sign up for YouTube and you have a YouTube channel and you have a lot of followers, it doesn't really make it a better life for you. I've seen some content creators with 1 million subscribers on their channel, and they probably only get like 3,000 views a video. So YouTube really, it all depends on your drive as an individual, as a content creator. You have to be really driven to do this. You have to really, you know what people want to see and stuff like that. Do I do videos that people really want to see? Not all the time. I mean, I got 500,000 subscribers on my channel, and I may get 10, 15,000 views a video, which is fine with me. You know, I don't mind that. I mean, yes, more views would be better, but YouTube can provide a better life for you, but it all depends on the individual themselves. If you're the type that's driven and you don't like to do YouTube, guys, you have to really be really focused. You can't have like a lot of distractions. Like basically, if you have people knocking at your door all day coming over, it's gonna be hard to do it.
I do agree. And by distractions, I would mean the people too who he allowed to cover his child's mother in a negative light for so long. And it's not to take away from that situation that they went through, but it does mean to me, this definitely needs to be some mending of their family.
If your phone is constantly ringing, it's gonna be hard.
Like every other institution, you can earn a credential. You can get started on a career here, but we're concerned about so much.
Do it. If you're always out and about, it's going to be hard to do it. You have to really be driven. I mean, you have to really be motivated. You have to really find time to do it. There's even times where one of my kids is here, you know, and I know that it's hard to do content sometimes because y'all can hear him in the background playing and whatever. But sometimes, yes, it can be hard. But do YouTube, you know, do I feel like YouTube has provided a better life? I believe because of the work that I put in on my channel. Yes, it has, and it can provide a better life. Again, and I say this to everybody as motivation, man. If this is what you want, you can do it. You have to be driven. You can't just drop 1 or 2 videos on your channel and say only got 13 or 14 views. This doesn't work for me. No, you have to get yourself out there. You have to get your name out there. There's no secret from me. People call me a clout chaser right to this day because they say, oh, well, if it wasn't for your son and his wife, you would be nobody. Well, that's not actually true. If it wasn't for my son and his wife, I would still be somebody, guys. I would still be at Val Bruner in Fort Wayne working at my job. I probably would be going on 20 years right now, you know, and so this right here provided me a better way, you know, so it's because of the work that I put in over here every single day. Yes, they gave me a push, they gave me a head start, but everything else was on me. Who's doing this Q&A with me right now?
No, I beg to differ. What blew your channel up is when the scandal was released about you talking to Love by Erica and D. Lowry jumped in there. That's when I remember you started going way up. Your numbers just were moving like you were going to outer space in a rocket. Okay, let's be clear. And again, the reason why was because D. Lowry was talking about it too. And you and Love by Erica had met up. And y'all were doing videos saying that y'all weren't necessarily talking, but you were flirting. And that is when, sir, your channel took off. You did have a decent, you know, following, you know, 100 times larger than mine is now. But that right there was just a blessing to God. It didn't keep you there. What's kept you relative is Love by Erica. So, sir, give her props before I pull up that screen bite where you already said it.
None of my children in this video is just me. So you have to, you know, if you want the better life and you think that you can provide a better life for you, yes, it could, but you have to really put the work in, man. You know, you have to believe in yourself. Keep trying to climb the ladder. Don't drop a couple of videos and say, well, this is it for me. I can't do it. Yes, you can. It takes time. They actually made the monetization process a lot easier now than they did when I got monetized. I think when I got monetized, you had to have 1,000 hours and you had to have 10,000 subscribers. I think now you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. I think I could be saying that wrong, guys. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. But comment in the comment section down below and correct me if I'm wrong. So we are down to the last couple of questions. Wow. Someone asked, do you feel like drama brings in more views? Well, yeah, I do. I feel like drama brings in a lot of views because if I'm doing just regular stuff like I'm going to take my dog to the park, I may get 5,000 views on that video. But if I do a video, my dog ran away or my dog got hit by a car, that video is probably going to get 20,000 views on it. So some people, I guess, just like drama better than regular videos. Drama does sell, but at the same time, it's not something that you want to take your channel in permanently because it can water down your channel. Excuse me, especially if you plan on like being serious about it. Excuse me, one day branding deals will reach out to you because you never know who's watching your channel. You never know who's watching your content. Some of you guys may not believe what I'm gonna tell you, but do you guys honestly think that somewhere around the world that there are real celebrities and children that actually watch your videos? Believe it or not, they really do. You never know what next corporate place is watching your channel. And they may say, I like this person's energy, but what I don't like is the content. So I believe, yes, drama do bring in views. I know people feel like I'm dramatized based off of a lot of stuff that I do. But the truth of the matter is, guys, I really do try to stay away from it. I try to find different ways to bring better content to my channel without a lot of drama. It's just unfortunate for me. When I am involved in drama, sometimes I do speak up about it. And when I do speak up about it, it tends to get me in some type of trouble. You know, but yeah, drama does bring in views. But again, it's something that you want to stay away from. As much as people think that I'm drama filled and I love drama, I really don't, because if I did, all of my videos would be about drama instead of doing family stuff that I be doing. And so, believe it or not, I'm really not the type of person who loves it. It just wants something in it.
$1,200, $5,000, and this one is
$3,000.
I'm in it. And people talk.
No, Mr. Carr, not with everything. And the reason why this was clickbait. This was clickbait. This isn't what your fans, your supporters, and the people that do love both of y'all want to hear. Now, we don't mind you, you know, talking about how you're lucky to be alive and all those things. But Mr. Carr, really though, come on now. You know you're not right.
Talk about it until it actually dies down, and then the next story pops up. And then a few months later, I'm right back in it again. So it's not something that I'm proud of. Believe it or not, it's something that I am not proud of. If I was proud of doing a drama, I would not come on my platform and do apology videos and stuff. You know, I don't really like being involved in that stuff because it's bad, man. You know, too many people are watching, and some things that we put out there, especially me, you know, it's going to be out there forever. It's going to be in the air forever for people to watch it, play it over, you know, and it's just, I can't do anything about that, you know. But yeah, drama does get more views, guys. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, you know, everybody has a right to do what they want to do on their channel. But yeah, I do think drama does bring in more views. I have 2 more questions, guys. One of them is, do you plan on having any more children? No, I don't plan on having any more children, guys. I'm at an age down to where, you know, I'm supposed to be like retired, you know, but unfortunately, I have to still work hard every single day. Well, you know what? Even if I didn't have a 1-year-old son, you know, I still have to work hard because I still got Darian, you know, back in Indiana, and then I have to take care of myself as well. I still, like, my bills are not going to pay themselves. Even though I do have a retirement coming once I hit a certain age, because I worked all my life, I would still have to work hard. But I don't plan on having any more children, guys. Right now, it's not in the immediate forecast for me. Now, can I still physically have children? I believe that I can still have children even at 52. Am I ready or prepared or want any more children right now? No, I don't. I think it's just, you know, my youngest, you know, I believe in my heart that my youngest is the last child that I'm going to have. So, yeah. The last question, someone asks, how do you feel being a content creator, and has it changed you? Well, I'll say this, guys.
I do agree to
Do
that.
I feel like being a content creator has changed me? It has. It has. You know, some for the good and some for the bad. You know, being a content creator has taught me a lot of ups and downs. I feel like, you know, since I became a content creator, it's created a lot of enemies with probably some really wonderful people. You know, if the circumstances was different, you know, I had a lot of people come into my life and exit my life. I feel like a lot of my failures on social media and in relationships has been because I'm a content creator. I felt like being a content creator.
Okay, now let me say this. The reason why he was over there in another channel who I'm not giving the light of day, I'm just gonna call her Stanky Draws. Look here, sweetie. The reason why they went over there is because they know you two are filled with drama, anger, and everything else. And they knew over here, I would have whole life mediated their ass and became freaking Phil Donahue or one of them old school. I would have had the Oprah talk show, honey. Let's be clear. Wicked would have got on your ass. You would have been down here calling me Wicked Winfrey. Okay? Let's be clear. Because I at no time wanted to see that what we saw right before our eyes. I respect y'all people, and you know that, Mr. Pryor. And I'm ultimately grateful the way that you've given me a free range to cover you. And I never will forget the first time you told me, oh, well, Wicked Angel, I love your show. You can say whatever you want to say about me. So, Mr. Pryor, I'm saying whatever I want to say about you. And that's, you need to get it in freaking line, sir. You need to get in line. You are so blessed to have the family that you have. Mr. Cryer, you changed your life, sir. That's why you're looking 20 years younger now than you did 20, 30 years ago. That's why. That's why. So allow her that same courtesy. Can you imagine how abandoned she feels that she can sit up there and see you? She can see you going fishing. She can see you going to amusement parks. She can see you having mukbangs and everything else. But what you know what she don't see, Mr. Cryer, is you knocking on her mother freaking door or you mother freaking calling enough, obviously. Please, Mr. Cryer. I'm not just saying this for no click and no view. I'm saying it because I care about y'all. Now, I'm a little upset about you making me cry now because I think I'm owed an apology too, okay? But first things first, the woman that you know you love and loves you back definitely deserves one, an apology.
Kind of added on to my trust issues, making me look at people different when, you know, most of the times they weren't really bad people. It's just how I looked at them. And that's all my fault for thinking like that. Being a content creator.
If you are an American born before 1997, you have to take advantage of this stimulus program. There is a brand new stimulus program that you can take.
You know, it's taught me things that I really never want to learn. You know, I didn't want to learn how to ignore people because they don't like me. I didn't ever want to learn how to not like people because of what they say about me. That's not what I signed up for this for, man. You know, I used to watch YouTube years ago before I came to YouTube, and I used to just enjoy all the fun stuff I see on YouTube with the pranks, the challenges, and all the stuff that I used to see, man. I mean, I enjoyed seeing that stuff. And it's like now I became a content creator that's well known. It's like, yeah, sometimes I do have regrets. Like, man, you know, this has changed me. And when I say change me, I don't mean change me as where I feel like I'm better than anyone.
Okay, what he means is, yeah, YouTube will change you. YouTube will have you thinking that you'll never ever have anyone on here loyal to you. YouTube will show you that the same people that you think are in your corner might not necessarily have your best heart and interest. So it makes us put up a wall. Makes us put up a wall. And we live the life that almost a celebrity does. So it makes us infamous. Okay? We get a little bit of fame recognition. We just don't get to get those big, huge, humongous checks like what Hollywood. But that doesn't mean it doesn't affect us. Okay, that doesn't mean it doesn't affect us. We're real people, and it's very difficult when someone you love goes online to talk junk about you. It does. So I'm quite sure Mr. Cryer knows how bad he hurt that woman. So if you haven't participated in the chat by now, please do. Yeah, Pamela, I'm hurt too because, you know, Pamela, it was heartbreaking because when they both went live about each other, it was as if they hated each other. And you could clearly see Erica was just overwhelmed, tired. And it's got to be a hell of a trigger if you're sitting up there waiting on your child's father to call you up, come get the baby, whine and dine you off your feet, you know, spoil you a little bit, you know, and make up most importantly. And then you see them recording with another family member, like as if you don't matter at all. And that's what you're doing now, Mr. Cryer. That's what you're doing now. That's what you've done this whole video. I'm pretty sure. Now we know you will clickbait us. Now we know that. But Mr. Cryer, you know daggone well who is your biggest supporter on YouTube. I guarantee you that woman watches you more than your own sons. So please figure it out.
If you guys see me in a grocery store, I'm gonna take a picture with you if you want. If you want to speak to me in a grocery store,
okay, Mr. Howell, thank you for coming in.
If you ask me for some money or whatever, like if I'm pulling up to somebody who's homeless and they ask me for something, I'm gonna give it to them. Sometimes they don't have to even ask me for nothing. But yeah, I do feel like that it has changed me because being a YouTuber, a content creator, like it makes you on your guards because people know who you are and you don't know what people's intentions are. I was at a place with Tinker last week in Galveston, and this guy walked up to me saying that he wanted to rob me. And it's like, he could have been joking, but still I took it serious because like, damn, I'm with my granddaughter and you see me holding the camera vlogging and you talking about robbing me. So yes, it has changed me. And like I said, I don't think I'm better than nobody because I'm gonna tell you, things is not cracked up to be what people think that it is, man. And that's why I say I'm very humble. I'm very humble.
Come on,
you
y'all,
see me
please hit the
sometimes
like.
I got my Youre on. Sometimes I don't care about none of that stuff. It's just what it is, But I feel like YouTube has changed me, and for the good and for the bad. Like I said, I didn't sign up for this to start hating people or start talking about people in a bad way. My intentions was coming into this was for a positive way. It wasn't to be, just so much has changed. Like it's really changed, man.
Tell the truth, Mr. Craig. You're trying to make yourself more inaccessible.
Is going to bring. Someone asked me, like, as a content creator, how do you feel about a lot of the videos that's been made about you, and then a lot of stuff that's out there? To be honest with you, the stuff that's made about me, it don't really matter to me because I feel like it's all going to continue no matter what. I remember when
because you won't listen.
My son's name was in almost every video I did. The Prince family, the Carr family. I reacted to certain videos, so I get it. And the reason why I don't let it bother me is because I can choose to watch it or I can choose not to watch it. And I'm gonna give you like a perfect example. Today I put up an Insta post today about doing a Q&A night. And instead of somebody responding to the Q&A, they actually sent me a screenshot of somebody's upcoming video about me. And I'm like, why did you send me this? Like, it doesn't matter. I do understand that a lot of my problems.
Hey there, Tracy. How you doing, my love? Welcome to the building.
Is a huge part of stuff that I've said or done. So I can't punish somebody else or make another content creator feel some type of way because of something that I put out there. They're only doing what they do and they have a right to do it. People have their right to give their opinions. But I think like that's one of the other things that changed me as a content creator because I want to be able to work with other people. But it's like seeing like a lot of stuff now, it makes me really kind of skittish to work with other people. And I'm not talking about stuff that happened in my personal life. I guess I'm talking about stuff that I actually see on the internet, and it's like it makes me scared to work with people because I don't know if people are gonna try to get close to me and then what their intentions are. But it's been one hell of a road. So yeah, I would say being a content creator has kind of changed me in some ways. I guess where I'm always having my guards up now. I'm always paying close attention to everything now. It's just crazy, man. But anyway, I'm in this Q&A.
And y'all, I'm not directing this to anyone personally. I'm just speaking of my experience here. As many of you know, I've spoken openly about it, that this wasn't the first time I was on YouTube. I've been around for a while. And the thing is, he's absolutely right. It's just not easy. And it does make you put up a tough skin first and foremost. But it also makes you see that it's very difficult to look for friendships here. This is a public platform. It's a competition. And a lot of times people will join with you because they too have, dreams and goals that center around what you're doing. So everybody that comes to this man with a genuine smile or Love by Erica, holding out their hand to want to help them, that's not the case. A lot of times these people are just there to prey on their downfall and looking for a way that they can take advantage of them. This this whole video seems like damage control, trying to make us unsee his live video. Shaking my head. I do agree. I do agree. Mr. Cryer needs to seriously work on himself. You can't be scared to work with other people. You know you might be that person to mess it up right now. I do agree. And I just think his heart's not in it. I think he's torn because the woman of his or his love interest has now had a child with another man. And I do believe that once that baby was born and he had to stand in place as the father, I think he did get cold feet. Okay. I really do. I think that he froze because stuff got so real to him. You know what I mean? Like he really had a problem with it. And everybody knows, or for the most part, all of us are well aware that Mr. Cryer didn't have the luxury of having his father around. So I'm quite sure that too was one of his triggers.
Man, I just want to say thank you guys to all who asked all the questions, and thank you for joining me tonight for this Q&A, man. I hope you guys have a very blessed evening, man. I love you guys. I'm Daniel Cryer. Smash that like button on your way out, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Okay, guys. So the thing is, in Mr. Cryer's video, he said a lot without saying a lot. Okay, let's be clear. So he did admit that he has trust issues. Okay, which is another reason why he should apologize to her. And she should give him somewhat, I feel, of an apology because she did say something on that Q&A to trigger him. He did state that YouTube changes you, okay, and that he is trying to work on himself. And he did state that he is too good for this drama. Not in those words, but he was letting us know that he's well knowledgeable that if he intends to grow here on this platform and on Facebook, where he also has a show, then that messy stuff doesn't roll. Okay? The messy stuff, people want to listen to it. That's true because people get addicted to the drama. They get addicted to the drama. And the thing is, in order to keep it that much drama, there has to be a lot of lies and fake things that come into play. And many people that get on this beast of YouTube, well, there you go. They sell out for a couple of clicks and views. Like they used to say that the Illuminati were all the stars. But what I will tell you to be true is people, if they're selling their soul to the devil in Hollywood, they're giving it away for free here on YouTube because there's no check that should amount to you bringing and tearing down another person, especially like when you care about that person and they've cared for you. I'm just saying, Mr. Cryer. I'm just saying. I don't want to sit up here and act like I don't think this man has made amazing progress, but right is right and wrong is freaking wrong. You don't do that to your worst enemy, especially not a young lady that has your child, sir. If she's not in good health, if she's not in the right mental frame, if she's not working, all of these things fall back on you, sir. They fall back on you. And I'm glad you say that you're comfortable. You know, you're trying to go higher and, you know, this and that. We get it. But sometimes you can't go up until you've already looked down at what you messed up. So, words of wisdom to you, Mr. Cryer. I'm going to need you to not pick up the phone. I'm going to need you to go on by the Kroger or another like Brookshire's or something like that and pick up a bouquet of flowers. Okay? Pick up a bouquet of flowers. Your son is what? About 7 months old? Excuse me, a year and 7 months? Then you get that woman 17 flowers that represent each month that she gave you the most beautiful flower of them all. You don't know what it feels like to bust a baby out your daggone vagina, sir. You don't know what it's like when you have to get stitched up. You don't know what it's like when your breasts are engorging with milk. You don't know what it's like, sir, to be running around trying to figure out how you're going to manage to not only cook, but to watch two small children. And one thing about it, a baby doesn't come here on a schedule. The schedule is what we do teach them, but that takes time. And another thing is, you can look this up as well. When children have, when people have another child very close to that child's age, we called them Irish twins when I was younger. It's almost guaranteed that that toddler or the older child is going to act out because he's sitting there looking at a baby. And yet he realizes he's not a baby anymore. And it can really be mind blowing, Mr. Pryor. So you have got to be knowledgeable of that. Understand that that right there is not fair to you, me, your enemies, or nobody else. The better that woman does is the better she can do for y'all, baby. I don't care what she said online. I don't care. She might not say what y'all want to hear, but damn it, she got a right to speak her mind. And I get she doesn't have a right to tear down your brand nor hers. And in the long run, sir, nobody is going to know better than you and her, except for God. And that's the problem. That's the freaking problem. You got to understand what her needs are right now. You got to understand that when she's stressed, she depends on you, sir. There was nothing stopping you from taking your granddaughter before she left right on over there to Love by Erica's house and letting her All right, hey guys, I'm back. Can you hear me now? I'm not sure if you can hear me before, but something happened. I don't know what exactly happened, whether the router had to reset or whatever. So I do apologize. Can you someone tell me whether or not you can hear me now? Erica would never keep Crier from his son. I don't know where they're getting into their info from. Yeah, Antoinette, I thank you for saying that because I'm gonna be real with you, okay? Let's be honest. Sweetheart, if you think a woman doesn't want to break from a toddler, you really got the game twisted. And she does know that you take good care of Dion when you're with him. That woman didn't get on here and say that she couldn't trust you around her child, sir. She was stating that she needed you to come and get him. And one thing I want to say again, I want to let it be known that 3 weeks is far too long to leave that woman as a single parent. Not when you were on here talking about how you knew that she needed somebody and you were standing in that place. And definitely not the way that she was saying that you were her superhero. Now, we all know that when you're upset with somebody, it doesn't take but a little bit of time before you will tear their butt up and say things that might not be true or how you feel, but it'll trigger them. Okay, so we will go tisk for task, but that is not what you do when it comes to the care of your child, sir. And another thing is, Glenn was going hard for Mr. Crier, and that's okay because we go hard for Mr. Crier too, and that is why we trying to tell him to do right by him. Nobody over here, except for Jennifer, was saying that he's not a good father. From what we can tell, what we're saying is, sir, in this situation, that woman not only deserves a freaking an apology, but she also deserves a little bit of rest. Even if you take the toddler, sir, she still has a freaking newborn. Still has a newborn. Still just went through having a freaking baby. Still trying to get adjusted to having 3 children. Hey, Beyond Blessed. She said it in her video. He don't want to get him. He's lying. And Beyond Blessed, that's the hard part. That's the hard part because don't you think that Mr. Crier is just really upset and hurt over the idea that the woman that he truly loved and loves now is actually the mother of a child that's not his? Don't you think he had what's called cold feet when he thought about the idea that she and Mucker might actually make up and then she wouldn't want him to be, the father to that baby? Those are valid concerns, don't you think? Don't you think? Okay, guys, I'm going to end this post so we can start another one. So let's look at the results. Should Mr. Crier apologize to Love by Erica? Mr. Crier, the people say, yes. Yes, you should, sir. Yes, you should. Now, the thing is, in an apology, after you've had an argument, both people can be accountable for what they did wrong. And I'm more than certain that if he did apologize accordingly, if he did understand more of her needs, I'm quite sure they could get past this. We've seen them have worse arguments and fights than this. And we might not know, when they talked, but we know they eventually had to talk because, of course, they were back on good terms. And that is what this is about. She said, she said, come for your son, but you still don't have him. Yes. Yes. Now, have they had a bigger argument behind the scenes than what we think that we saw in front of the camera? That's very possible. Very possible. But at the same time, you're right. She got on camera and said, just come get your freaking kid. He ended his life talking about, I'm out this bit. But she ended hers wanting him to take care of that baby. Take care of that freaking baby, sir. We can pop out some more videos. How about that, Mr. Cryer? How about, let's say this, you do a mukbang with Lil Dion, okay? Okay? About what it's like to have older children, grown-up children, and little babies. How about that, Mr. Cryer? I think that'd be a good show idea. I'll do a reaction on it because I heard what you said. When you do your positive content, which is 90% of the time, the T pages nor I say anything. But Mr. Cryer, you got to understand our point. We can't do reactions on, oh, Mr. Cryer's eating good. Oh, Mr. Cryer said a joke. Oh, it would be nice in a perfect world, but this is our world. So I use when there is something that I see off as a teachable moment. It's a teachable moment. It opens up the dialect for us to have some pretty good conversations, because Love by Erica is not my only supporter who has raised a child as a single parent. She is not the only woman on freaking YouTube that has multiple children's fathers. This is something that a lot of us can identify with. This is something that a lot of us go through. A lot of us. It's not drawn out in front of the public. That's what makes this difficult. When two people who allegedly loved each other go south, it can be horrible. Okay? I've been married. And I remember when I had been married about 8-9 years. And I was speaking to a woman, I think I was like at the YMCA or something like that, or some type of gathering, with a lot of women. And people were saying, we were having like a general conversation. And one of the women was going through a divorce. And we were talking, and I remember her saying, if I would have known getting a divorce was this hard, there is no way in hell I would have appreciated this son of a gun and me being married for 20 years. And I remember at the time I had only been married half of that. And I could identify with the idea that no marriage is perfect. But what I couldn't identify with was her saying that the divorce, was, if she had to go through the divorce, that her marriage, she would have never even gotten married, because that was 20 years that she and that man was together. But the truth is, when you do love someone, when you do share your life with someone, when all of that happens and then it goes wrong, oh, baby, baby. Thin line between love and hate. Very thin line. And that same person that you would have given your all to might be the same person that's trying to stick a knife down your throat real quick. He needs to speak the truth. He neglected her and his son because he was busy doing them silly pranks with his granddaughter. He does this to her and his son all the time when someone visits. Welcome to the building, KN. Thank you for your comment, hon. Mr. Cryer feels he can say what he wants because he feels his son is up high. But what he needs to understand is God is higher than his son. Can I get an amen in the look? Can we get an amen in the chat for that comment? Ooh, let me put that back up there, B, because she brought the Lord into this. And that is true. And that is true. And it's not that I think he's superficial and just kissing his son's ass, but let's be truthful. Let's be truthful. If his son didn't have the money and recognition and success that he's had on this platform, I don't see him taking what his son and wife have to say with so much, power. Let's be real. Let's just be real. I feel like if they were average working folks, he would quickly have let them know, no, I'm not doing that. I'm your father. And this is the woman I love. And now we're having a child. So we need to figure it out because we're a family. But them YouTube checks make it, oh, we're not going to be around here. Okay. And that's not cool. Because they're still just 20-something-year-olds. And it doesn't matter how much success you found on a social media platform. It's just a social media platform designed for family content. And that doesn't take away from them being creative. It doesn't take away from them being skilled. I absolutely love the Prince family's videos. I do. I love their little handshakes they practice. It's well tuned. It's very polished and refined. The what is the word, Lord? Y'all, I'm sorry. I got tongue tied. The way that the camera, the angles, they put a lot of effort into every single video they do. And it comes out very well, and we enjoy it. But that does not mean, Mr. Cryer, that they have obtained more wisdom than you. The thing that they knew that you may not have learned until you were older is that you're not supposed to give up on your dreams. And what God has for you, it came to be taken away. Now that they may know over you because they chose to ride on faith and they chose to come together as a united front. Okay? So let's be clear, Mr. Cryer. It's not that we hate you. It's not that we want to beat you up. We don't want you to hate or beat up the woman that loves you more than probably at this point the other women that you share children with. That's the truth. That is the truth. Because with the relationship that you've had with those other women, one of which we know doesn't like her either and is not interested in peace and allowed her boyfriend / common-law husband to bash her. When you're talking about how you don't want a woman that goes live about you, Mr. Cryer, may I ask you how you feel about having someone in her family able to talk about you like a dog for weeks and years on end, Mr. Cryer? I'm just asking for a friend. Please let me know. I have no doubt Erica can take care of her sons, but YouTube is her business, and because of Mr. Cryer and Mucker, she cannot say her truth. That and Martin Lawrence snaked her. Martin Lewis snaked her also, shaking my head. And I'm sub to Martin Lewis, and I do know a little bit about, of course, their fallout. And I do think that when they both came on my channel, they were looking for more of, or he was anyway, he was interested in a public apology and she was not having it. She hit him with a, no, you're the past. I've already apologized to you behind the scenes. I've already said all that. So I'm not going there. Right now I'm on this. And I think that hurt Martin. I do. And I actually said something to the effect of on that show, I believe, in which I wish she would kind of have just apologized to him in front of us. But that was not something she was budging on. So we have to respect that because at the end of the day, that's on them too. And I'm still go pray for peace. That's how I'm giving it up. That's how I'm giving it up. Because at one point, I know for a fact he had her back. You remember when that video came out of Mr. Cryer and her, and she was getting removed out of his home while she was pregnant? They came to the rescue, him and Diamond. Oh, coincidentally, we'll fall up out the bushes sometimes. I have a lot of faith in Erica. She's going to do what she needs to do. If she can be pregnant with 2 children and put up a music video, she gonna be fine. I know. Hey, tell it, Regina. And her music is not trash. And I think that was one of the most disrespectful comments he could have possibly made, because what he knows to be true is that's something she probably is not as confident about as she is with doing pranks on YouTube, because that, I feel, is more of her dream. Okay. For somebody to say some harsh things when he's already spoken up very, vividly about what he feels about her music and how proud he was that she was doing music, that was just in poor taste because the man was in his feelings. Let us not forget, Miss Cry had his little Newport, had his do-rag, and he was all for the drama. Let's be clear. Now, my thing is, where do we go from here if he doesn't apologize? How do you guys think this is going to play out? Do you think he's going to apologize, but only in the past? Or do you think he is going to come to his senses and understand that he needs to apologize now? I'm just sad I'm not going to get to see her and her babies on YouTube. It hurts because I really do care about her and the kids. Oh, thank you for that comment. I know, Antoinette, it really troubles me that he can sit up there and be so smooth and polished with his ass, bragging about, what a good, intelligent brother he is. But then when it comes to, knocking out the heartstrings of the woman that we know he cares about, he doesn't have that same energy. It's not cool. Okay, guys, I'm asking another chat. Hold on 1 second. Let me type it up. And thank everybody that's up in the building. Please hit the like. You just coming in. All right, guys, I'm very curious about this poll. Let's see this. He'll probably come to his senses, but it's going to be too late. Erica will be cordial, but keep it strictly co-parenting. And that's it. That's it. People usually come around once they cool off and they kind of able to admit where they went wrong. But sometimes, y'all, it's too little, too late. Too little, too freaking late. Not cool. Now, especially you Bush people, because a lot of you are not chatting, please participate in the poll so we can have an accurate result. It only takes a moment, and it's free, just like the like button. I agree, Antoinette, the last video she did where her son put off his pull-up, had the, on the foot, cracked me up. Took me out. Oh, y'all, Lord, that's how they do. Let me tell you something. Oh, prayers to you. Thank you. I love you, P.I. Bless. Thank you so much for being supportive, baby. Because, y'all, let me tell you something. I will never forget when my son Daniel would be like at that toddler age, and I had my daughter. I had, he was running around walking. So, shoot. You think I wasn't go train him how to go put the diapers, the dirty diapers in the diaper genie? You got me messed up. Oh yeah, here son. I would say, here son, go put your sister's diaper in the diaper genie. And for those of you, I don't even know if they're making diaper genies anymore. But of course, a diaper genie was just it was just a fancy trash can for diapers. Okay, let's be clear. It was just a plastic whatever with a lid on. You know what I'm talking about? And for him, that was amazing because he was a little older than Dion's age. And let me tell you something. He was doing good with it. Pretty darn good. But boy, when I had my daughter, he would want to change his own diaper. or his own pull-up, y'all. It would be a hot mess. This Negro would leave surprises all over the freaking house, okay? Let's be clear. He'll just come in, but booty behind the naked, you know, with his pull-up and his wipes. Like, here I go. And look, one day he was dragging around his little potty with him. I said, oh my gosh, y'all don't know. That was so stressful. And that's one of the things that we parents go through, especially us single mothers. And that's why we applaud the fact when we do have the type of man like Mr. Cryer that is, you know, successful and helps us out financially. But financially it's just only part of it. Being a person that's a provider is an amazing thing. It's good. We'll take it. But we need so much more. Sir, sometimes we just need a hug, and we need to know that you see how hard it is for us. It means so much to you sometimes, you know, just for you, if you were just to take the kids all out to the grocery store and just allow her to be by herself for a moment, just to snore, just to take a nice hot shower, just to fold up a load of clothes she hadn't gotten to. That's the truth, Mr. Cryer. That's the truth. And ain't nobody bashing you over here, okay? Let's be clear. So I don't even want to hear that. But we just telling the truth. Y'all, please participate in the chat. I mean, not the chat, but the poll. I feel bad for Erica. Poor lady. She can't get a break from all this mess. If I lived in Houston, I would give her a big hug. I will miss seeing her and the boys on YouTube. I hope she comes back. Yeah, me too. Okay, let's see. Hold on a second, y'all. I agree, lots of love too. Like, y'all, I couldn't imagine if Love by Erica never comes back to the internet with all those videos she's done. What if she takes down her page? And we watched Cam blossom into almost a big old teenager. You know, we've seen Dion from an infant on up, and now she shared this baby. Like, y'all, we don't want to see that go away because in a sense of us is family. And he said it on one of his videos like last month or so when he spoke about the idea that he doesn't feel that he has subscribers. He feels that he has family. And he said that we guys are in this together. We watch him. We support him. We love his family. Like, that's just that's just cruel. That's just cruel. So, guys, I'm going to be a little bit messy now because, of course, hey, I'm messy angel sometimes. And I would like to do a reaction to Erica's Q&A and see what we can pick up on there. I know many of you have seen it, but I want us to look at it from the eyes as we're the experts in what we need to tell Mr. Cryer. Okay, so as you know, the video was titled something, well, I'll tell you the exact title, but it was a Q&A and it was called The Real Reason Why I'm Single.
Have anyone from your son's dad's side of the family bought the baby anything? And are you dating anyone?
Hold on, I'm going to fast forward the intro.
Make sure you have your bell turned on so that you get notified every time I drop another video. Also, guys, make sure you click the link.
Y'all, look at the difference. Look how fast she talks through her little opening. Mr. Cryer keeps it at 10 minutes.
What you guys have been waiting for. I ended up doing a not community post, I'm sorry. I ended up doing an Instagram post on my story. But I ended up doing a Instagram story. I believe it was on June 12th to be exact. And I wanted you guys to give me some questions. Now, I already know what the obvious questions are about. They're always about the same people or one specific individual, to be exact. And so, yeah, I'm ready for it all. Right now, at this day and time in my life and my journey on YouTube, I can't do a Q&A where you guys just want to know something about me. Like, you guys always ask questions about other people. And so this will be probably my last Q&A, because every time I ask you guys to ask me questions, you guys always revert to asking me about other people. Like, I want you guys to ask me questions. Like, what do you want to know about me? Like, I'm branching off into myself. I'm finding myself. I'm becoming myself. And I'm just trying to break away from being tied to anybody that I was tied to in my past. So,
again, you can tell what all she's been through, and she's trying to make sense of it and make it better. Let's be clear.
Respectfully, whenever I ask you guys to ask me questions, that means that I'm asking you guys to just ask me questions. Like, where are you from? How do you feel? Like, like, how are you? Like, I want you guys to ask me questions, okay? But yeah, so since you guys did not do that, I am going to go ahead and answer these questions for you guys and go ahead and get them over with. I realize that some of you guys ask me the same exact questions every time I say Q&A today. Ask me questions. So the answers will not change. So yeah, let's get right into some of these questions. First question is, have anyone, oh wow. First question, guys. On Instagram, you guys have no filter, but I love it. I'm not even gonna lie. I love it. And if I was still that other person that I used to be, I would be with the ish. I promise you, I would. But I'm getting older, have more kids. I went from 1 to 3 real quick. So, yeah, like, it's kind of time out for that, okay? I'm on a different journey, surrounding myself with different people, new people, and yeah. First question.
So how many of y'all are picking up on this, that this poor woman was trying to reach out to us in to say that she doesn't feel she has a strong support system? How many of y'all feel by the tone, the demeanor, the way that she started off the video? She's definitely letting us know that she's mentally drained at this point. I feel bad for Erica. Poor lady can't get a break from all this mess. If I lived in Houston, you're going to give her a hug. You're going to miss seeing her. These are the type of things and the type of people and the type of supporters that keep her going. So I'm praying that she relies on us to give her strength right now when she might be a little bit weaker. Okay, that's what this is about. Her mental health comes first. Respect her for that. Erica will be back eventually. She loves her true supporters, and haters watch her to make content to bash her. What sane-minded person does that? Oh, girl. Ooh, thank you, Miss G. Miss G, I'm going to be real with you. A lot of people on here want to get that check on YouTube, and the drama is what sells. So they will sacrifice you big time for the sake of, just because they know that that's going to get a response. Everybody doesn't have that. But it's a certain few of us that people know, okay, well, if I talk about her, I'm going to get a big reaction. And I can tell you, it hurts. It makes you feel so horrible. And it's terrible when you have to decipher who's really there for you and who's there for your public persona. We don't get paid enough for this. And I'm sure Love by Erica makes way more money than I do currently on YouTube. But it doesn't matter. That right there is nowhere near to the cost that you have to go through and the loneliness of not having people that you can truly depend and count on. Like, that sucks.
Anyone from your son's dad's side of the family bought the baby anything? Have anyone from your son's...
Join AARP for $12 for your first year when you select automatic renewal. And your second membership
dad's side of the family bought the baby angel. Okay, they just added an extra word in there to kind of threw me off. But to answer your question, no. You guys, my supporters, have bought me baby gifts. My family have bought me baby gifts, and y'all saw in a video that Damien had bought a car seat for him and some clothes or whatever. So far, just you guys, my family, and Damien, and I'm okay with it. To answer your question, no, I have not received a single thing from anybody on that side.
Okay, so we do know now that Mucker did see his son. So my thing is, I want to turn the attention to him a little bit, because he's kind of like sitting back in the cut, getting off scot-free. And I'm not sure it's that type of party yet. So please, if you're in the building and haven't participated in the poll, please let us know what you think. If you don't feel that Mr. Cryer, listens to his children too much, hey, hit the no. If you do feel that, yeah, he might possibly listen to those kids a little bit more than he does, please hit the yes. Okay, so I can end that poll, because I'm curious to see how you guys feel about Mucker, because that is also what I was going to be covering later on this evening. But I first saw, of course, Mr. Cryer had done this live. And even though we got clickbaited, we did see that he obviously knows he's done some wrong. Okay? We saw his little head shaking no when he was trying to convince us he was telling the truth. We know what it is, Mr. Cryer.
So, yeah. Are you going to any counselors to get help with the trauma you've been through? That's a good question, and I'm not ashamed to say this, but yes, I am. I am getting good counseling, or some people call it therapy, for the trauma that I have been through in my life, because with all of the most recent events that have taken place, I'm pretty sure somebody would have ended up killing themselves by now, or ended up in jail. And
oh, snap.
We are just really...
Hold on, y'all. My bad. I didn't even mean to put that on that page. That was for the next video. Give me a second to get this the hell out. Y'all, my bad. Good Lord. I had accidentally put their video on and tried to exit out of it, and it, of course, exited out of this app. I do apologize for that. Let's get back to Love by Erica. So how are y'all doing today? Like, did y'all enjoy your 4th of July? Like, how many of y'all were popping firecrackers and such? Let's hear this. Let's hear this. Hold on one second. Okay, guys, before we go back to Love by Erica's video, I did see one of the gentlemen I was helping to promote's page. before I got locked up. And I would like to, of course, do a teachable moment about narcissism before we start to discuss, of course, some of the things of why I love how Erica's had to endure what she's had to endure, as well as myself and other various people around here. I'm really appreciative of all of you who absolutely liked the way that I had started doing my platform and having teachable moments. So this is that. Okay. So please, I'm going to be, of course, putting this channel inside of the chat. And this is not a long video. It's only about 4 minutes long. And the channel holder's name is Mental Healness. Okay. He's a self-proclaimed narcissist himself, but has gone through the proper steps to ensure that he gets the counseling that he needs. Okay. So if you yourself are dealing with a narcissist and you don't understand some of what kind of abusive tactics or things that they put you through, I'm going to encourage you. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. To this channel. And just give me a second. I can't type and talk at the same time. It goes horribly wrong, y'all. I be sitting there typing just what I'm saying. Okay, y'all. So this is the link right here. Again, that's Mental Healness. And yeah, he's got really, really good information that can really give you insight on the things that you need to do to protect yourself and to heal yourself, most importantly, okay?
Just kidding, I won't. Like this.
What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammett, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as Mental Healness, and welcome.
Okay, guys, so this video is titled Narcissists Will Resent You and Treat You Badly for Making Them Try to Change or Alter Their Behaviors. So notice I'm going to hit the like I encourage you to do, okay? And thank you for all of those of you who know to do it just when you come in, just because you support the channel. Thank you.
Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explained. This is going to be a short edition, y'all. Short edition, short, 5 minutes or less. Stay to the end and like and subscribe. Today's episode is how some narcissistic people will do whatever it takes to get you back. Whatever it takes to get you back. Whatever you want them to do. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. So this person is asking why her narcissistic ex or whatever went to therapy while they were separated, but as soon as they got back together, he quit therapy. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. Narcissists and toxic people will 100% tell you that they're going to do whatever it takes to get you back. I'll do whatever you want me to do, which means that they are doing whatever you want them to do, not what they actually want to do. And narcissistic people, if you make them change, if you make them go to therapy, if you make them do anything that they don't want to do, they will resent you for it. Oh, I went to therapy with the therapist. They didn't really give me any advice. They just listened to me. Narcissists and toxic people will absolutely do whatever it takes to get you back. But once they get you back, if it wasn't genuine, if it wasn't real, then they'll quit it because they got you back, didn't it? Well, I'll do whatever it takes to get you back, not to keep you here. Because they think when you took them back, when you take them back, they're good enough now. I'm good enough now because you took me back. Consistent change behavior is the only acceptable apology. So welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. The reason I said at the beginning, y'all, whatever you want them to do, whatever it takes for them to get you back is because they're doing it for you. And if you do something, if a narcissist does something for you, they resent you for it because you're not accepting them in their current state. They need to change for you, which means they're not good enough for you, which means you just sit on that issue that narcissists have with themselves that they'll never be good enough. So they'll resent you for it later on. Yeah, they'll cry. Yeah, if you catch them doing something, you catch them in a lie, cheating, stealing, whatever you catch them doing. Yeah, they'll promise you, not all of them, some of them will promise you the world. They'll go to, like this person said in the video, they'll absolutely go to therapy. They'll promise you to go to therapy. They'll promise you to make the changes. Like she said that he went to therapy while they were separated. Then when they got back together, he quit because he thought it was done. He had done what he needed to do to get you back. So he quit. consistent changed behavior is the only way is the only forgivable, is the only situation of consistent changed behavior for them, not for you. If they say things like, I'm going to do whatever, I'll do whatever you want. I'll do whatever it takes. I do whatever what you need me to do to get back with you. It's you. They focus on you. They have to focus on themselves. I know it sounds selfish, but they have to want to do it for them. Lee, what's the difference between you and that person? My wife left. I was already in therapy. And when she came back, I stayed in therapy. And I was honest with my therapist. And I feel like there's an influx of people. More and more people are just like, well, what about your wife? Your wife? I'm talking to your wife. Well, all right. No, y'all just be safe. Take care of yourself. They have to want to do it for themselves, not for you. It's not because you're not important. It's because they can't do it for you because they will resent you for making them do it because you're not accepting them for who they really are. That's what it is. That's why this person went to therapy because she wanted him to do it. She clarified it on my TikTok. She wanted him to go to therapy. So he went to therapy. When he went, she took him back. And then when he got back home, he quit. Why not? He's good enough. I did what you want me to do. I'm home. We should be fine now. That's the mindset. Consistent change behavior. But Lee, how much time should we give them? How much time do you have? Time is unreplenishable. You can't get it back. How much more time do you have to give to this person? If you already given them 10, 15, 20 years, how much more time can you give them? How much more time are you willing to give this person to see if they're going to change? And what if it fails? What if they don't change? Did you giving them 2, 3, 4, 8 more years of your life? Do you feel like it's worth it? Anyways, y'all, took y'all 5 minutes or less. Stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe for more. Mental Healness is out. Peace.
Okay, guys, before we put back on Love by Erica's video and I get out of here, what are your thoughts? Is this what Mucker is doing? Is this just a ploy to make sure that we don't attack him and saying that he's not going to, be the man that we know he needs to be for her? Now, we've been beating up on baby daddy number 2, but now what about 3? She did say that he's seen his son, but guys, are we really going to just like jump up for joy that he finally had the balls to see that beautiful baby? Because that too has a lot of concern. What if he feels that he is entitled to the baby, which a lot of narcissists feel? Entitlement to whatever it is they want. And yeah, they will. They know exactly what to say to get their way. Because right now, he's looking like now he's the daddy greatest, yet he's only seen his son one time. And from what I gather, he hasn't been supporting her financially. Oh, hey, Tajin. That sounds like a good 4th of July. Trust me, okay? Trust me. Everything isn't all it's cracked up to be. What's important is you were able to be providing, of course, even more for your freaking family. Okay? I'm glad. I'm hoping you off. Look, you off work now? At least be off work now, okay? Look, they got yesterday. Be off today. I feel like he's up to something and the family. Thank you, my life's joy 4. Welcome to the building. And that's the thing. Like, I guess, guys, I'm going to go on and probably like cook me something to eat and whatnot. Make a couple of phone calls I've been putting off before it gets too late. And I would like to jump back on this situation a little bit longer. Hey there, Capricorn Queen. Thank you for coming to the building. And ask ourselves. Now, just a moment. I'm going to go back. Look, got to go back over here. And let's put back on Love by Erica's because I do want to make a point out of one of those questions I heard her say. Thank you all that's coming to the building. Please hit the like.
God doesn't care if you're mad and angry. he wants you to talk to him either way.
Yep.
So
okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to try and figure out where we are. Hold on.
Seriously, now is just not the time to even be trying to even say what went on in my life in this month, but it was kind of crazy. I'm just glad that today is like the last day of the month. Like, it's been a crazy month.
Let's leave it here. This
for me. Like, seriously. Now is just not the time to even be trying to even say what went on in my life in this month, but it was kind of crazy. Just
listen at Dion in there.
Leave it to God, like the old folks say. Just leave it to God. That's what I've been doing. But yeah, I'm glad that the hard part is over. As far as like what went on this month, had an accident like crazy. And where I went this morning, it was about a vehicle. Yesterday, we went and got us some ice cream, and baby, let me tell you, it was so good. I was up at 2 this morning eating it. It's finna be July 1st tomorrow. What are y'all doing for July 4th? I know for a fact that we're gonna watch some fireworks somewhere. I don't know where. We may end up buying some too. Yeah, fireworks is not cheap.
No, they are
I always
not.
buy like over $200 worth of fireworks, and that don't be enough. And then like all of the big like shaboom bangs, it don't give what it's supposed to be giving. You feel me?
Facts, love by Erica. That is such a true statement. Let me tell you something. We all need to invest in one of those 4th of July type of barns for next year. Okay, we go rob them blind, because let me tell you something. She is absolutely correct. You walk in there thinking you're going to spend a little $100, $200 if you want to. That lasts about all of 30 minutes. And y'all know I ain't lying. Them freaking rockets is high. Them things make you think you about to go to freaking space for real, don't they?
So let me know in the comment section down below, like what type of fireworks give the shaboom bang? Like I'll be ready to. I want something where I can spend. If I'm gonna spend a lot of money on fireworks, I wanted to put out multiple puts. You feel me? Like I don't need to like
welcome to the building.
Paying $119 for a variety of different things, and the one that's supposed to go shaboom bang bang. You feel me? It's just like it don't do that. Like it goes put and then it's over with. So what we do in the country, like especially like the little black cats, we end up tying them together, y'all. We tie them together and we put them in a can, like an empty Coke can or something like that. So it makes it louder, scarier. It's so cold in here. I just wanted to say something to you guys on the last day of the month. You feel me? So y'all better wake up, pay y'all rents, pay y'all mortgage, whatever you got to pay. Cause it's about to be the first of the month. Wake up. It's the first of the month.
Let me tell you something, y'all. For the 4th of July, well, for my birthday, actually, we had a celebration, right? And I learned one of the quickest tricks to make perfect charcoal barbecue. How about what I learned from my country cousins is they don't use gas lighter fluid and they do not use the self-starter briskets. You know what they use? Canola oil. Freaking canola oil, y'all. I was so scared. I ran away when they were lighting it. I was like, I'm getting up out of here. I ain't never heard of putting no oil. I'm up out of here. But y'all, on everything I love, you think I'm joking, please try it out. You don't have to pour as much. You pour about as much as if you were using lighter fluid, okay? And you actually disperse it more so on the bottom. And then when you light it, you of course want to tuck the paper up under the pyramid, okay? And y'all, all I can say is it really allows the charcoal flavor to come through. And there is no flavor at all from, of course, the lighter fluid, which most of us skilled cooks know how to do without that. But I'm telling you, canola oil in place of freaking lighter fluid will change your whole life.
Wake up, catch up, shake. Nah, man. But
okay, Beyond Blessed, let me check it,
but
baby.
yeah, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video.
I took the liberty of washing your sex toy. By the way, this is very small. It could totally get lost.
Oh, darn it, I passed it.
About, moving on up. Well, that's
peace.
Thank you so much, Transparent Talk. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me turn the intro off. Yeah, I do apologize, but I fast forward from the question. Okay, this is the Facebook, and then I'll give you my other Facebook, okay? Because, of course, many of you know I'm actually doing some construction to my page, and I'm dropping the Wicked off of my name, okay? So look forward to some new changes, better content for my members as well as my supporters, and I'm so appreciative of y'all. This right here is the Facebook, and yeah, it might be a little bit of leg work, but it's the same avatars up here on the screen, baby. And right now, I'm trying to get on here with my Instagram. Does it end in 2020? Your name? And I know it gets a little confusing because I have 2 Instagrams. But we gonna work all that out, okay? Hold on. I'm checking to see yours, Beyond Blessed. Okay, hun. I got you. I just seen it. On this particular. Okay, 5 minutes. Oh, thank you so much, baby. I didn't even see where you were wishing me a happy birthday. On that particular Instagram, unfortunately, I don't get to see your messages until I go where it lets me know people have tried to follow me. Okay, this is the Facebook, though. And I thank you guys so much for all the support, everything that you've given me. It's been a lot. I ain't go front. And I was telling y'all that was my journey here on YouTube of how I got this far. That people learned that I knew a couple bigger content creators, and that I talked to a couple of men on here that had a little bit of a name for themselves. And it was a narcissist, and I was taken advantage of. I was bullied, and they went around creating a lot of mess just for content purposes and not for the sake of giving a freak about how I felt. And I can honestly say that's what I'm going through now, y'all. I can show you all my texts. I don't be cussing people out. I don't be doing those type of things, y'all. And they will say anything to get your view. They feel that because they are shadow banned and I'm not, that, well, they as they put it, said that I was sacrificed. And I don't even play around with things like that. Okay? I sacrificed to raise my children. Okay? I sacrificed my dreams for a job to take care of those children. Okay? I sacrificed a lot of time and effort in everything I do. All right? But I don't go around talking about I sacrificed people. But others do. And it sounds more entertaining because people want to hear the mess. But y'all, that ain't what I'm about. And I'm getting tired of trying to prove to people something that they obviously don't care. They don't want me to be right. They don't want me to climb. They don't want people to support me and my brand. What they want is for them to climb higher and take my spot. But let me tell you something about what God loves, okay? Let's be mother freaking clear, because that's the one in control. And while they running around thinking they winning, trust and believe I am truly winning. And that's how we do it. Like, hey, Beyond Blessed, let Let me see. Okay, I got you on the IG. So if you text me on the IG and tell me your Facebook, I'll send you a friend request. Okay. And that's the thing, you know, like what Love Erica's endured. That's why I've been so heavy on Mr. Cryer, because I depended on him to be like what I was, you know, trying to be a protector for her and trying to let her know that no, everybody ain't go jump ship. Not saying he necessarily jumped ship on her, because when he treats her wrong, little does he know he's jumping ship on not only his brand, himself, and his child, but he's gonna have to come back around and talk to that woman. That's just the way this works, you know. And look, y'all know he don't want full custody. That we know. Mr. Cry definitely ain't trying to have little Dion full time, okay, by himself. Let's be clear. Only 29 people in the vote. Please, if you haven't voted already, please do so I can get those results. And the question is, would you allow your baby to be around Toya, Mucka's girlfriend? I want to know, so I'll know how to set up the show for later, man. Oh, okay, I see it. Hold on. Shuggy Chinnery. Hold on just a second, baby. I'm about to do it now. Hold on one minute. I'm trying to get this together. Just a second, baby. I'm trying to get to my Facebook. I had to log back in. Do, 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 do. Oh, and Esther, if you in the bushes, thank you so much, sweetie. I just seen your message. I just logging back into my Facebook. Do, 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 do. Okay, baby, I got it up. Let me see. Shuggy. All right, ma'am. I did send you a friend request, and thank you so much for reaching out to me. And guys, because I'm changing my brand around, there's going to be a lot of changes, okay? I'm waiting on my logo and things of that nature now, and I am going to have to be changing my email and things of that nature. So, okay, work with me, bear with me. We're going to get it going. But the main thing is, I'm not wicked. I'm really like an angel, okay? I love you guys so freaking much. For all of you who have supported me, for all of you who inspire me to not give up, for all of you who know behind the scenes I have wanted to give up, okay? Thank you. God bless every single part of you. Like, please keep going higher, and please flood Love by Erica's chat and let her know how much we love her and support her, and we thank her for her efforts and do not want her to leave YouTube. Please show her it matters. If you watched her videos, then rewatch them, y'all. Show her that she matters to us, okay? Please do it. God bless each and every one of y'all, even my haters, because little do you know, baby. all you did was give me more opportunities. All right, this Wicked Angel TV, y'all know what it is. I'm out. Peace. I'll see y'all later today.